Hello, my name's Abram Magandangabi, and I moved me, my wife, and my 3 kids from the United States to the Philippines, and these have been the most surprising things that we've seen thus far. If you'd like to join me on this journey, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a ton more videos that I've made and that I'll make in the future. So some of the things that have been most surprising right off the bat, the heat. We were on vacation. We were in Miami, and I was like, holy crap, this place is so freaking hot. And I was like, this has got to be like the hottest place on earth. Like, this is so freaking hot. Unless you're like right on the beach, the heat was brutal. And then I went to the Philippines, and I was like, I got off that plane, and after getting out of the air-conditioned airport and just stepping into this Philippine heat, they have 2 seasons. They have summer, and they have like the rainy season. So it's either hot or it's hot and wet. It's hot and wet right now, and that humidity is so high. It felt like I stepped out of the airport terminal there, out of the gate, and I got hit with a wall of misty heat. It's like someone took like that boiling water, you see like that steam that's coming off, and then just hit you in the face with it. Kind of like knocks the wind out of you. You're like, holy crap, I can breathe in heat here. And that's not the most surprising part. Obviously, it's hot in the Philippines. The most surprising part with the heat, though, was how quickly I adjusted to it. Like, I didn't think I was going to be able to adjust within a week, and I did. Like, I'm 100% okay going for walks. I'm 100% okay with staying at the beach. I'm 100% okay with just keeping the windows down as I drive around, or whatever it might be, or just using like a fan. I don't have to have the AC on 24/7. You know, it's like you can adjust to the heat pretty quickly, which was absolutely super surprising to me. I thought it was going to take forever, but it really didn't take that long at all to adjust to the heat here. Another thing that really stood out, that's very surprising here, is the traffic. The driving in the Philippines is freaking nuts. I have a whole separate video on that. It is just absolutely wild driving here. It's essentially like the government here gave people cars and driver's licenses and built these awesome roads and did all this stuff, and then basically told everyone, be careful. And then they're just kind of like let you have at it. Like, driving here is just super crazy because like the best way to describe it is that in the US, you're a good driver if you know the traffic laws and you know how to follow them, and you know you're a very like astute driver. In the Philippines, you are really good at driving, not only if you are good at driving, but if you're good at predicting what the other drivers will do. And since there's so much traffic, since they're essentially telling everyone just be careful, because, you know, I don't think a lot of people have like insurance, car insurance here. Maybe they do. I doubt it though, because they didn't even talk about it when I was buying a car. But the fact that everyone needs to be careful because there's no, you know, insurance and you're basically on your own. You don't, you know, which also means like everyone here is super careful. That still blows my mind. I have not seen one traffic accident since I've been here, and I've been driving nearly every single day for hours. Like, you literally, you don't have a choice. You have to drive for hours, but like, people here are just super careful when it comes to driving. And piggybacking off of like the driving here, like, it just takes forever to go places. Like, you can make like, oh, I just need to run to the store for one thing, and it could turn into an all-day event. Literally yesterday, we have a mall that's like less than five miles from our house. Guess how long it took us to drive less than 5 miles? You're wrong. It took over 35 minutes to go less than 5 miles. And if you can do math, you know, less than 35 divided by 5, it's about 7 miles an hour we're driving. And we weren't driving on residential roads the whole time. This is like actual like main road traffic. You're barely moving. And another thing with driving, I noticed that, you know, just driving through, is that you will be able to see the income discrepancy, because the income discrepancy here is just absolutely massive. Like, we leave like our little like subdivision here, our little community here, and we drive a mile out. And it's like being in a whole new world. Like, literally, like where we live, like, we have a neighbor with a Lamborghini. I've seen tons of like Mercedes S-classes. Like, these are vehicles, you know, sasakyan. These are vehicles that you will see that are $300,000, $400,000 plus cars. That's more than most people pay for a house in like the US, and they're driving those cars here. We go from this place a mile down the road and you see like abject poverty. And I'm talking about like children, literal like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old kids that are like laying down cardboard to sleep on sidewalks. Like, it is the most heart-wrenching thing. It's actually gotten to the point where like we don't even go out and drive unless we have giving money. Essentially, we just keep like we keep putting money aside so that when we are driving, because we're going to get stuck in traffic. But you're going to see children. You're going to see kids that are just like out on the street. They're begging for money. They're trying to clean your car or sell you stuff or whatever. We just have money set aside just so we can try to give away all of that money before we reach our destination, because it is the most heart-wrenching thing. And the thing is, like, the income discrepancy, like seeing people with like a Lamborghini and like these like super nice cars. We don't live like in a place where we're paying like tens of thousands of dollars for rent. Like, we're not living in like, you know, US millionaire type of like community. Like, it's that equivalent, but we only pay like $1,000 a month for rent, which is not much relative. You know, that's like less than what our mortgage was when we lived in the US, and we're renting a place here. It's also pretty surprising to come here. If you're a white guy, they're gonna assume that you're rich, and that's kind of like known. The surprising thing, though, for me at least, and I don't know if I'm just like a cute guy or or what's going on, but every single time I'm not with my wife, I get hit on by women, and I'm smiling just thinking about it. But that's not something that happened to me in the U.S. I can count on one hand how many times I got hit on by women in the U.S. I've lost count of how many times I've been hit on since I've been here. And it's like, literally, like, we can be in the store together with me and my wife. As soon as she walks away and does something else, it could be 10 minutes in between. A girl's trying to start a conversation with me, or, you know, she's giggling. She's like, hey, what are you doing, or whatever. And they're like, I thought Filipinos were shy, or these Filipinas were shy, but they're a lot braver. Let's put it that way. And it's very like surprising to see that, you know, you get hit on while you're here. And the other thing that is just very crazy here for me, what's very surprising, is that you can order stuff online and pay with cash. They have like a Amazon equivalent. It's called like Shopee, or they have like Lazada, but like Shopee is like what most people use. You can literally order something and then pay with cash when it arrives. Imagine being able to buy stuff on Amazon without putting any money down, without using a credit card, without anything, and they will deliver it to your door and you pay with cash. That's how it works here. You could also do that with like food deliveries and everything here. You can literally order stuff online and pay with cash, and that's been pretty shocking. Another thing, the last thing that has been like really like surprising here is how relatively easy it has been to move here and just kind of like figure it out. You know, enrolling our kids in school, finding a good place to live, hiring helpers or maids for the first time. And all these things are things that I'm going to be making videos on. So if you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out the description. I'll have a video playlist that shows you all the videos I made about moving to the Philippines. Hope you like this, and thanks for watching.